So the next question is, before a job interview, it's important to the company. So very, very, very important. What should you do? So we're looking for, we have to and a blank. So we're looking for a verb here. Search the company, research the company. What's the difference? Search, research? Research. Okay, good. So Joseph, if we search, usually we have to say search for a company. So search means try to find a company. Very good, Eunice. So we must research the company. And I've gotten into some tricky situations before because in the past, as I said, when I went to Australia and I was very young, and I didn't always research the company fully because I was so desperate to get a job. And I got into some quite unique and bad situations that I will not go into over video. So suitable attires. So Eddie, we can't say, so suitable attire is a noun, something you should wear. So here we're looking for a verb. So it's important to research and know about the company. Very good. So the answer for that one was research. Okay, number 3, and it's something we're going to be focusing on today. In an interview, it's essential to yourself. So if you guys looked at the promotional material for this class, hopefully you will know the answer for this. So this is part of a phrasal verb. So to yourself. So I'm looking for one word here. One word is the ideal answer. Market yourself, promotion yourself, introduce yourself. Okay. So usually we don't say market yourself, Hyunju. We would say market a product. It would sound strange to say market yourself. Apple, promotion is a noun. You could say promote yourself, but again, promote, market are more related to objects, products. Introduce yourself. Yeah, of course, Jay, introduce yourself. Express yourself. Joseph, express yourself means tell your feelings, give your opinions. Sell out. So Bob, sell out means like, so if you sell out, it means we usually use it when we're talking, for example, music. So maybe an artist is making songs that are not really like popular music. They're a little bit different. And then the artist feels under pressure to start making popular music. Then we would use the expression sell out here. Promote, negative. So it looks like none of you, Bob is the closest. So we would say sell yourself. It's important to sell yourself. So if you saw the kind of poster advertising the class, so the theme of the class is job interviews, selling yourself. So if you sell yourself, it means to make yourself seem impressive to other people. So selling yourself good is to be confident and use specific language to make other people become impressed by you. So in a job interview, even if you are not a very confident person, it's important to try to sell yourself. So we wouldn't say promote or market. The most appropriate one here, because we're talking about people, is sell yourself. Okay, so next one, we just have 3 more left. Use the right body language. Make with the interviewer and give a firm handshake. Yes, so Jay, you can say make yourself impressive to others. So the shorter way of saying that would be sell yourself. So make with the interviewer and give a firm handshake. Okay, so Jay, is that make an eye contact? What is ZN? I think maybe it's a typo. Okay. Anyone else? An eye contact, okay. Okay, make good expression. Okay, that sounds, I know what you mean, Bob. That's a little bit unnatural. Make confidence, Apple. We can't make confidence, we have confidence. Nodding, okay? So because we have make here, we need a noun afterwards. And the correct answer is eye contact. So eye contact is actually an uncountable noun. We can't say one eye contact, two eye contacts. So we don't put the word an before. We usually say that the correct amount of eye contact to make, or the appropriate amount, is between about 70 to 90%. If you make more than 90%, you will seem like a stalker. So please do not do that. But it's really important, about 70 to 90%. So try to make eye contact with the interviewer and also give a firm handshake. So this is so important in the West. So I know that in Korea, usually when you meet someone, you bow. In the West, we shake hands. But people say that your handshake says a lot about you. So if you give a firm handshake, it means very strong. Not so strong that you break their arm, but very, like, quite strong and firm. Because sometimes if we shake hands and it's too weak, or the person doesn't hold our hand firmly, we often get the impression that they are a weak person, or that they are not very confident. So we say in the West that a handshake tells you everything about a person. So I've had some people, like I've had business experiences with Koreans, and I shake their hand. And I think some Korean people think it's more polite to be gentle when you shake someone's hand. But if I shake someone's hand and they're being too gentle, I think, oh, this is a bad sign. So make sure that you have, a firm handshake. So Autumn Story, I think there is a cultural difference, between the West and in Korea, but it's really important to make eye contact in the West. So handshake can be a countable noun, Jay. So you can say, usually we wouldn't count it. We would just say, a handshake, but we don't usually use a plural. We wouldn't say handshakes, but we say give a firm handshake. So it is countable, and eye contact is not countable. So there's countable and uncountable nouns, so confusing. Good, Millie. So make sure that you give a firm handshake next time. Unfortunately, at the moment, because of the virus, we can't shake hands. So in business meetings, they're trying to find like new and creative ways to shake hands. So like tapping feet together, for example. And so at the minute it's difficult. So body language is so important. So giving a firm handshake, good posture is very important. So good posture means not slouching, like sitting up very straight. Good posture. So sitting straight like this. My posture is quite bad sometimes. And as someone mentioned before, maybe Bob mentioned before, it's important to dress appropriately. So wear suitable attire. So these are all very important things. Okay, so number 5, sometimes in a job interview, we have to tell lies. So we discussed this a little bit before. So some of you guys like stretched out your job experience period and made it a little bit longer. I lied about kayaking and my confidence on camera. So we have to tell lies. Oh, you guys are good. So white lies, very good. So a white lie is just a small or harmless lie. So usually something that's not serious. If the person finds out that you've told a white lie, they won't be upset about it usually. A good lie, grey, we say white lies. Yes, you know, white lies. So sometimes we have to tell white lies in an interview. And the final one is, after a job interview, you should send a So after you finished your job interview, it's still not complete. There's one final step that you should take when you are waiting to hear back. So after a job interview, you should send a, and we have a, so we know that we need a noun here. A thank you. Okay, so Jay, how can we send a thank you? You should send your phone number. So Apple, they probably already have your phone number. Can't you thank you note? Thank you, thanks mail, follow-up letter. Okay, appreciation, following up letter, thank you message through email. Yeah, so the best way to say it would be, we would say a thank you email or a follow-up email. So usually in the West, we don't send a letter. On the same day, we would usually just send, we can say a follow-up email or a thank you email. So I'm curious then, in Korea, usually do you send a letter, or how would you do it in Korea? So would it be letter or email? Gratitude greeting, this sounds, I know what you mean, Eunice. It sounds a little bit unnatural. Usually greeting means meeting someone for the first time. But if you have done a job interview, you've already met them. So we wouldn't say a greeting. So concisely, briefly. Yes, so we would send like a short, concise follow-up email usually. So usually we send something like this. Usually just email. Okay. So usually we send something like, thank you for taking the time to speak to me about the advertising position or management position. It was great to meet with you and learn more about the role. Eunice, concisely and briefly have the same meaning. I think that's what you're asking. You find it difficult to expect a positive response. It can be tricky, Jay. So yeah, usually we send something like this, and then we give a couple of paragraphs talking about our interests, our goals, and how we are like better or different from the other candidates. Okay. You haven't sent a thank you email, Millie? Oh, it's really, usually, yeah, in the West we do. Even when I'm applying for jobs in Korea, I always try to send a thank you email on the same day from the employer. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to, we finished our vocabulary, and we are going to talk a little bit about how we can answer job interview questions. And as I said, these are tips and expressions that you can also use if you have a visa interview, a school interview, a date. So we're going to be learning about how we can kind of sell ourselves using appropriate language in English. Is that common in Western countries? No, it's very common. We don't have to worry about being desperate. It's just important to word it in the correct way. And usually an employer won't think you're desperate. They'll think, oh, this person is assertive and wants to work for us. Oh, Gina, you've never sent that kind of email? Okay, well, I'm going to send you guys a link. This website is called Indeed.com. If you follow that link after the class, there will be some advice about how you can send a follow-up email. So you should try to do it in future. Okay, so we're going to go through some common interview questions that we are often asked, and I'm going to get you guys to answer, trying to sell yourself. Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bit of a competition. Imagine this is a real job interview. So you guys are applying for a job teaching on YouTube like me. Okay, so you're applying for this job. You want to be a YouTube teacher. I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and the person who has the best answer each time will get 10 points. And at the end, the person who has the most points is getting the job. So next week, I'm not teaching. The winner will be teaching on YouTube instead. Just kidding, Bob. So we're going to make it a little bit of a competition. So the first question I'm going to ask, which is one of the most common interview questions in the West, is, tell me about yourself. So a lot of people, when they hear this question in an interview, they will start talking about their pets and their parents and their hometown and their hobbies. But that's not what the interviewer wants to know. It's kind of like a trick question. So when an interviewer says, tell me about yourself, they want you to sell yourself. They want you to tell them your selling points, why they should hire you, and give examples. So I'd like you to write one sentence selling yourself. So if I'm interviewing you for a YouTube channel and I say, tell me about yourself, I would like you guys to write one sentence or two sentences maximum with your answer to this question. And the best answer is going to get 10 points. I can't wait to hear the responses. So try to use like good adjectives and positive adjectives, and think specifically of this kind of role. So as a YouTuber, what kind of qualities do you need to have? And try to use examples if possible. I'm waiting in suspense. Okay, so Apple, I love traveling, reading, exercise, and hiking. That's great. You are telling me about yourself, but as I said, this is kind of a trick question in a job interview. The interviewer doesn't really want to know about your interests. The interviewer wants to know why you are the best person for the company or the job. I'm a mom. Okay, Yunhei, congratulations. But again, that's not what the interviewer wants to know. If, for example, being a mom somehow will make you better at your job, then you can talk about that. But what the interviewer wants to know is why he or she should hire you. Oh, Eddie, good. So I'm loyal, trustworthy. I'm in a good crisis. What is a good crisis? I'm a little bit confused about that term. So as a YouTuber, why do you need to be loyal? Why do you need to be trustworthy? Am I trustworthy? I just told you guys I lied on my resume. You should hire me because I have a nice voice. A lot of subscribers will follow my channel. Oh, good answer, Bob. Bob McBobby. Oh, I teach like a mom. Okay. Millie, I've been working at CS field for approximately 10 years, so I'm good at dealing with customers. I think CS is Konglish. Do you mean customer service? Sometimes you use abbreviations in Konglish that we don't really use in English. So customers, but are people watching YouTube considered customers? I'm energetic and diligent about what I like. Irene, good answer. So I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute to answer, and then I'm going to choose who is getting the 10 points for best answer. So some good words so far are energetic, great, diligent, not good voice or nice voice. Okay, I'm interested in teaching. Gibyong, this is good, yeah? Jay, my name is Jay. I'm a passionate oh, Jay, I'm impressed. CS is kind of Konglish, yeah, Millie. We don't really use this kind of abbreviation. We would just say customer service. So it's a little bit like SNS is Konglish. We would just say social media or social networking. So there are a lot of abbreviations you guys use that are technically English, but we don't use them a lot. So I think the winner for this one is Jay with 10 points. So my name is Jay. I'm a passionate language learner who's looking for an opportunity to maximize my potential to be a teacher. Did you copy and paste this? I think I have the perfect answer for me. Okay, Jay, this was great. And you can also include, so some good, when you're applying for a job as a YouTuber, as I said, energetic is a good word to use. You can say I'm engaging, I'm interesting, I have a good sense of humor maybe. Okay, so you're looking for words that would sell yourself as a YouTuber. Okay, so Jay is in the lead so far with 10 points.